World Equestrian Center.
Come with me on a tour of this incredible 378-acre property that is really one of the top in the world, if not the best equestrian facility in the world. It is absolutely gargantuan. There are over 20 paddocks in this little area, 40 paddocks overall total. There's all of these outdoor arenas, walking trails. They have expo centers that line the whole area. I'm going to take you on a tour of a bunch of the shops, of the food, of the barns, share a whole bunch of information about this really incredible place that's put in a lot of details to help make sure that it's a great place for horses. Even on site, there is an equestrian hospital that we are going to be just going by here, and you can see a little bit of that. So you've got an incredible showgrounds, but also a place where horses can be taken care of, and there's learning opportunities all around, and they host a lot of events. So the particular day that I happened to go was on Halloween, or the day before Halloween, and so you're going to see some people dressed up with their kids. I love that they do community things that welcome people who aren't even necessarily horse people to come to the park and see the horses and go around the grounds. And really, if you're a horse person or not a horse person, you're still going to have your mind blown with the food and the shopping, and just the grounds in general are just incredible to go around. So as we're going by here, you get to see just a little bit of the vast size, and these are some of the barns that we're going by, and I'll take you inside the barns. You'll get to see how the horses are staying and everything else. And this is one of their new hotels, the Riding Academy Hotel. So they have 3 hotels overall. They have the Equestrian Villas, they also have the Grand Oaks Hotel, and then now they have that other new hotel. Here's a little look in one of the indoor arenas. They have huge indoor arenas. They vary in size, and this is what the bathrooms look like inside the arenas. They also have tons of eating options. So we stopped at the Italian option, where it's kind of like fast food because it's quick and serve. I opted for the prosciutto and fig pizza, which is pretty delicious and amazing. But they also have sit-down restaurants. I'll take you guys around a little bit so you can see a little bit more. And of course, they have options to choose your own toppings, make your own salads, all sorts of things. Super awesome that I can sit outside by the Grand Arena, which is in front of the hotel. And they actually have Grand Prix jumping events, all sorts of things that are going on in this arena. Can you guess how much prize money they give away annually? Over how much? Take a guess, drop it in the comments, and I will let you know before the end of the video. There's the iconic WEC idol there, and this is part of the Halloween thing. So they had lots of stuff going on, dogs playing, doing dog soccer, people dressed up. This is a little look inside their ice cream and goodies area. Lots of people outside you can see coming around with their kids for going around trick-or-treating on the grounds. And in Christmas time, they decorate everything with Christmas. So they love to do things that invite the community in, and I just love that. As we were there, they were just wrapping up the Iberian horse show, so these horses are just leaving. So as we were going around the barns, there were pretty much no horses in the stalls, and so I get to show you around what it looks like and kind of take you into one of the stalls and one of the areas as well. And it's great that they have all this space for these big transports to come, and they can haul the horses in and out. The facility itself is absolutely stunning. I mentioned the indoor arenas. They've got 5 indoor arenas that vary in size. The biggest one is 300 by 300 feet. This is what the farrier station looks like, and there's one of these around all of the different barns. And so they have all these dedicated different areas. You can kind of grasp how big it is when you see how long that aisleway is, but it is hard to tell how many stalls are in the barn area. Well, there's a lot. Can you take a guess? And interesting that they have these manure buckets to take all the manure out. Drop a comment into the comments there. Let me know how many stalls you think it is that are between all these barns. To give you an idea, they started with over 12 barns, and they actually labeled the barns A through L. This is a little tack area there. And now the barns go through a lot more letters than just to L. And they're connected with these neat little areas, so it lets the horses have a lot of outdoor area to see. This is great. This is one of the stadiums, and they have these massive fans in these covered shaded areas with these soft padded mats that the horses can stand on while they're waiting their turn to go to the warm-up ring or to the show arena. Super amazing how they have the warm-up arenas that are massive right beside the outdoor show areas. You get to see underneath the stadium where there's washrooms and amenities for people to go in. And you get a beautiful view. The people sitting in the stands get to have shade coverage. There's big lights, there's big jumbotron, so you can see what's going on. Now, how many arenas do they have? Well, they've got show arenas and they've got warm-up arenas. Here's another one of their restaurant areas there. For the stalls, as we're looking at the barns there, it's over 2,100 stalls that they have between all those barns. Now, for the riding arenas, as we go around, you can see there's all these paths that connect the different rings, and there's even signs up that you see. There's like the hunter arenas versus the jumper. So there's all these different complexes for where people can go. Now, the outdoor arenas are typically 300 by 400 feet. That is huge. 300 by 400 feet is way larger than a standard arena or any other showgrounds you're going to go to. And they've got at least 10 outdoor show rings plus 5 outdoor riding arenas, like warm-up arenas. And you can trail ride your horse through these trees, going by the water and everything else as you're going between the different arenas. Now let's go inside the stalls here. What's really neat about being in here is they actually have dedicated fans to every single stall, and the stalls are matted. So over 2,100 stalls they're huge for starters, padded stalls with a fan, because every other showground I've been to, you usually have to bring your own fan. So it's pretty incredible that they have that. Now this area is for the FEI horses only. So those are the horses competing at the utmost top level. It's a separate entrance to go into that area. But what I thought was really neat about the FEI horse area is the stalls are the same as what every other horse goes to. So they are giving top-notch care, space, the breathability of the barns, the way everything's climate controlled, the fans. I love it. They're doing that for all the horses. All the horses are treated as if they are FEI top-notch horses, and I think that's absolutely incredible. You get to see a little look as to what it's like going down the side of the indoor arenas as you're going around. They have dedicated horse paths versus paths for people. So the people kind of walk on an aisle on one side of the indoor arenas where the shopping is, and then the horses are on the other side. And this is a little bit of a different view. You get to see what it looks like on the outside. And this is me walking down one of the sides of the barns just to kind of give you a person to put in perspective of how large the area is. Because I'm not even walking a full length of one of the barns. I'm walking a very small length of the area. And it just lets you see how huge the area is. Now this is the warm-up arena heading into the Grand Arena, which is the iconic ring that's in front of the huge hotel. So again, the horses have a shaded area where they can go in with the big giant fans, or they can be in the warm-up arena before they head into the Grand Arena. Now, I talked about the human side of the indoor arenas. They have all these shops for shopping, and I love it because you can see a variety of different products. There's these safety stirrups that are becoming really huge now. This is inside some of the other shopping area. You can see they've got a lot of different products. Outside, they can switch up the decorations. So Christmas time, it's going to be all Christmas trees. And then right now, they've brought out all of these different animals because they're supporting a wildlife safari at this point in time, or wildlife rescue, I should say. And you can see the Grand Arena is in the middle, and around is the indoor arenas with all of the different shops. So of course I went in and went shopping as well. I had to get something from WEC, as we call it, and I felt like I needed to bring home a new sweater because I have my big pregnant belly there, you can see. I'm getting huge, and so I need a bigger sweater to bring home with me because we're getting into winter time in Canada, and wanted to make sure I did some shopping. So I love that they have a variety of products. So they've got things that are budget friendly, they've got things that are top-notch, fancy things. They've also got fun things like really cool horse treats that you could get for your horse. They look like they're for humans, but they're actually for horses. I was pretty surprised to see they've got Western saddles and Western equipment, the different hats, leather working, purses, bags, all types of things, because usually when I think of WEC, I think of it as being more of an English facility. However, they do have both. They also have a section with every kind of bit that I could ever imagine exists. So they have a lot of things. Inside the hotel shop area, they have a huge toy store, which kids absolutely love, and this is my favorite stop. It's a patisserie, And it was my birthday, so my day coming down to Florida, I literally spent one day in Florida for my birthday. Can you guess what little goodies I decided to get from the patisserie? It's like getting to choose a cake, but not just your average birthday cake. So I opted for two things. I got a raspberry tart, and then the purple one is actually a blackberry jam with a lemon cake. So good. And of course, I'm going to show you the washrooms inside the hotel, because this is one way to know that this is a fancy place, because it's not your average washroom. You come in, you've got all these individual sinks and towels, these like private water closets, these gorgeous countertops, the hallway in general, the whole grand hotel is just absolutely phenomenal. This is kind of walking through the aisle area, and you can see a lot of different shopping within the hotel. There's a few different options. There's jewelry, there's bags, there's bedding. And then here is the Stirrups restaurant, which overlooked the Grand Arena. They also have a pub on the other side. So they really have a lot of different options for many different people. If you want to have fine dining, you can go into the one restaurant. If you want to have more of the sports atmosphere, you can go into another. If you want to have the quick dining, you can do like the Italian fast food place that we did. And it's still really delicious quality food. I absolutely love visiting here. Even though there was no horse show going on the day that we were there, it was still just an amazing place to walk around, see the facilities. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and check out harmonyhorsemanship.com for even more learning.